What's up, guys? My name is Kate, and today I'm going to be talking about a dream that I had about 3 years ago. I don't know why, but I'm just in the mood to talk about it, so here I go. Okay, so I actually remember almost all of my dreams. Not all of them, but almost. Especially the super vivid ones that like wake you up and you're like. But yeah, so this dream I was probably. I know I was still a teenager. And I actually tell this dream a lot whenever people are like,
"What's the scariest dream you've had?"
and I'm like, I have a story. I'll talk about this dream and I'll talk about another one. But okay, so this dream, I remember I was at a gas station with one of my friends, and I remember she was like,
"Look, no matter what happens, I just want you to be safe. Please, just be safe."
and I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, got it. And like, I didn't know what she was talking about, and I'm like, why is she telling me to be safe? I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, bye. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. So I get into my car and I start driving down the road, and where I was is actually like 20 minutes that way. So it's like even creepier because I'll drive past it and I'll replay this dream in my head. Anyway, so yeah, I'm driving down the road, and I remember it was dark and foggy, and I'm driving. There's like no one really else around. And I remember there was something in the road, and I swerved around. So I thought it was a deer in the road, but I don't know, it was dark and I swerved around it. And I'm like, what was that? Like, oh my God. So I keep driving, and then there's a person standing in the left lane, and I'm like, whoa, and I swerve around him, and I'm like, what is going on? And I kept driving and driving, and there was literally like no one else out. It was just me. And I pull up to this red light, and there was this one guy in this little red pickup truck, and he was old. I remember he had on like a baseball cap, and he was sitting there at the red light. And I remember I like looked over, and I was like, geez, like you're the only other person that's on the road right now. And I remember when I looked over at him, he was shaking. He was like I'm the guy and you're me. And I look over, and he's like like gripping the steering wheel, just shaking. And I didn't know what was going on, and I'm just staring at him like he couldn't be shaking from the cold, because it doesn't really get that cold here in Texas. And I mean, this guy was like trembling, and he's still shaking, and I'm just staring at him, and we're at a red light, and this is like the longest red light ever, of course, because it's in a dream. And I'm just staring at him, and he finally looks over at me, and when he does, he like looks over and he just points like he's just like I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, and I look ahead, and I'm not even joking you. There was like a wall of zombies just walking towards us, and I'm like,
Nope.
And I remember the street that the red light we were at, it was like a four-way. So I took a right. I was like, no, absolutely not. So I turned right, and I'm going down the street, and like 2 minutes later, another wall of zombies is coming towards me, and I'm like, nope. And I turn around, and that same wall of zombies is coming towards me, and that wall of zombies, and I woke up. Thank God I didn't have to see whatever happened, but they were like getting closer, and I just remember sitting in this car like, this is it, this is over. So yeah, that dream was like 3 years ago, maybe 4, and I still remember it. I still remember every detail, everything. Anyway, so this dream, actually, I had it about, I think last summer. Sorry, if you hear noises, I think the U.S. Coast Guard is over here at the beach. I live like a minute away from the beach, like right there. And I saw a life flight helicopter, and then like 2 other helicopters like circling over there. So I really hope nothing bad's happening. And I live right by NASA and right by an airport, so there's just sounds going on all the time. But anyway, so this dream, this next one, I was at my friend's house, and we were all having dinner, and I remember we're sitting there, and it was like a really quiet dinner. Like all you can hear was like the forks and knives hitting the plates, like no one was talking. And I remember we were sitting there, and we heard something outside, and everyone just kind of looked at each other. And normally when you hear a noise outside, you're like, I don't know, you just kind of, what was that? And then you shrug it off. But like in this dream, for some reason, everyone was like, what was that? And everyone froze and just kind of like quietly put their forks and knives down. And then we heard another sound that sounded like something fell over. And I remember my friend's dad like stood up and got his shotgun and was like, and I was like, oh, it's going down. And my other friend was like,
No, this can't be happening again. This seriously can't be happening again.
and my subconscious is like, what is she talking about? But in the dream, I knew exactly what she was talking about. And so his dad gets up, he like opens the door or something, and he doesn't see anything, and he was just like,
We're fine for now.
and he was like,
If you hear anything else, tell me.
and he like gets up and goes to his room, and it just leaves all of us by ourselves, and we're all just sitting there like, you just left us alone. Like, what are we gonna do? And so we're still sitting there at the dinner table, and we hear another sound, and I'm like, okay, stupid me is like, I'm gonna go outside and investigate. So I open the front door, and for some reason in this dream, my friend had an enclosed front porch, and they don't have an enclosed front porch. They have a front porch, but it was like, it's not closed in. Anyway, and I remember I opened the front door, and I'm looking on the front porch, and for some reason no porch light is on, and I don't know, I guess I didn't think to turn it on. And I remember I opened the second door to get off the porch. I remember I'm just kind of walking around, I'm like, what could it be? I'm so stupid, I'm out here in pitch black darkness looking around because I heard a sound. That's smart. And I'm still looking, and then to the left of me I hear like, and I just remember I just spin around, and there's a girl with like this forest green shirt. It's coming around the corner, and she's like, okay, this here's my audition for The Walking Dead. She's like, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
and I know I somehow like kicked her down or knocked her down or something. I might have roundhouse kicked her for all I know. But I remember I run inside, and I wish I didn't have this dream. So I run inside and I like close the door and I lock it, and I think I had like a plank of wood, like put it over the door. I remember I did that, and I was like, oh my god, guys. And I turn around, and there's walkers / zombies in the house, and I'm like, oh my god. And I remember everyone was like, oh my god, and like trying to push him off of them, and my friend got like one of the knives he was using to eat, and he was like stabbing it in the eye, and I'm just like frozen, like, what do I do? What do I do? And it was just very traumatizing. I don't think anyone got eaten. Did they? I don't remember. But I just have this problem with having zombie dreams, and I think it's because I'm kind of obsessed with The Walking Dead. Just a little bit. No, honestly though, like, I've had zombie dreams even before The Walking Dead was a show. Maybe whenever I read the comics. But before it was a show, I had these dreams, and they're super vivid, and I'm waking up like out of breath and freaking out, and it's not fun. I don't like it, but I can tell you one thing: whenever the zombie apocalypse does happen, or should I say, if it happens, we all know it's happening. But when it happens, you know I'm prepared. You know I'm prepared. And for the people who I want in my team or my group, obviously Daryl Dixon. Why not? I mean, he's my favorite. And so is Rick Grimes. He's my favorite too. And Glenn. He's my favorite too. I have a lot of favorites on The Walking Dead. Give me a break. But I think I would have those three as like my first picks, you know, like in gym class when you're picking, yeah, they would be the first three. Who else would I have? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below who would be in your zombie group, because I want to know, because I shouldn't have only three. I mean, I need to have more people. Obviously, I would have like friends or family or whatever, and just keep adding as I go on. But I want to know who you would have in your group. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.